Hi guys, it's the Christy Fulk with Create with Christy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm looking forward to showing you all the things for celebration because can you believe it? Celebration ends tomorrow. This last 2 months have just flown by. The summer's about over. Pumpkin spice is coming back. And I have to admit that I don't mind. I like pumpkin a lot. But let me get my chat up for YouTube, see who I've got on here. Now, if I don't see any comments on Facebook, I'm going to refresh it. I think that'll fix it. I had so many people chatting with me on Facebook last week, and none of them showed up on my tablet. So I am really, really hoping it shows up today. Um, oh, hi, Mary from hot Minnesota, Southwest. Yep, it's hot here today, too. It was up in the 90s. Oh, thanks, Jane. Hi, Chris. I guess I always say hi, Christy. Hi, Jane. Good. I'm seeing everybody's. Hi, Diana. Good. I'm seeing everybody's comments on Facebook, so we're doing good. Oh, and Jess, thanks for coming from sunny California. Hopefully you're not as hot as we are here. We're humid and it's not quite as bad as yesterday. But we got, let's see, so I think Sunday got close to 90. We had some rain yesterday. It's been nuts. It's been nuts. It's like, okay, calendar, it's almost September now. It's time to cool off. But I'm so glad you're here. And I didn't want to I want to make sure everybody remembers that celebration does end tomorrow. So that's what this whole video is going to be about is celebration. Now at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you a few things to look forward to in September because September is a big month. I can't get over. They just told us something new. And one thing that they did tell us about that I didn't realize was happening, and we still haven't seen it. So I'll tell you all about that later. But let's go ahead and start looking at some celebrations. No, let's do door prizes first. I almost always forget door prizes. Now, we have, these were the 2 cards that I made last week. And I'm going to be I put everybody's names that watched the live and watched the recordings into the drawing. So now I'm going to do that really weird thing again. Let's change the pictures. For those of you that have watched before, you know what this is. My new people, this is going to look a little different to you. I'm going to transition to this screen, see if I can get a little faster, do that, and then we'll make this full screen. There we go. So I've got everybody's names that commented by 11 o'clock this morning and watched the live. So let's go ahead and click on this and see who our winner's going to be. It is Carmel Mosley. Congratulations. It's Carmel or Carmel. I know here in Indiana we say Carmel, so it might be Carmel. Congratulations. You're going to be getting the cards. Let me get back to our regular screen here. Okay, so you will be getting these cards. Let me show the cards again. I had a lot of fun making these. So I'm going to put these to the side. Make sure, Carmel, that you contact me by either clicking the contact me link in the video description or messaging me through my page on Facebook. Okay, so let me get my chat back up. There we go. Got some more people on here. Oh, hi, Margaret and Melissa and Anne. Glad you guys are back. Some of you are back. One of your names I don't think I recognize. So we've got some new people today, and I'm so glad you're here. Looks like Facebook are my regulars so far. Thank you guys for coming every week. Okay, so we will put this to the side. So congratulations, Carmel. And I'm going to start off. Oh, we got to show the other door prize too. So everybody that's commented so far and anybody else that comments during the live will get put in the drawing for these. I always get out some old retired embellishments that I have. These are the adhesive backed hexagons. They were in I think the last spring mini. Yes, they were. That's right. So these are newly retired. Let me go ahead and open up because I don't think you can see all the colors. Oh, I guess you can. So it's those right there. I love the different sizes. I think this might be just jade, maybe blushing bright and black. I'm not sure the exact colors, and they don't tell us in the packaging. So, but they're really nice, good for card making and scrapbooking. So everybody that comments live today will get in the drawing for this. And the way this one works, I can't get all your names into the wheel during the live. I have to enter those manually. So I'm going to, as soon as the video's over, I'll go back, look at your live chat. Oh, hi, Lynette from upstate New York. We've got everybody from all over the country, it looks like. We've got some from California and some in New York, so both coasts. I will get all the names put in the wheel, and I will be back within the half an hour after the live's over to announce the winner. So I'll do that little wheel, and that'll pick the winner, and I'll come back and I'll do another post on my Facebook page. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you go to my YouTube channel, then click on the Communities tab, and then that will give you all my posts there, and I will post it right there, and you'll know who the winner is there too. That way you can contact me, give me your mailing address. So good luck. Okay, now we're done with the door prizes. Let's go ahead. Oh, hi, Judy. I don't think I said hi to you. Yeah, and I think Ann was the last one I said hi to. Hi, Judy. I've got two screens here, so I'm trying to keep everybody, get my hellos in. Okay, now I have got, I'm going to show you all the celebration cards that I've made so far. So some of you have already seen some of these. But here's the hippos. This one is the Hippest Hippos stamp set, along with the hippos dies. Now, the hippos dies were real close to being sold out. I think they're still available. So if you want to get those, you can get the dies free with a $50 order before shipping and tax. And you can get the stamp set for another $50 order before shipping and tax. So every time I give you $50 or $100 is before shipping and tax. So there's that. And I also made this in Alive. And this one was a front flap fun fold card. That one's always fun to say. So this one I actually used two sets. This is the Amazing Phrases, I think is what it's called. Amazing Phrases. Yeah, I think I am right. But this one is a big set. I should have brought this set over here with me, but it's got a lot of greetings on. Actually, let me grab it quick. Okay, so there's the Amazing Phrasing Stamp Set. I love this, and you get it free with a $100 order. So I love how you can pair it with a bunch of different things. I love the big words. So that's where I got the hey, and where I got, oh no, You're Always on Point. Take that back. That is from the Hippest Hippo stamp set, the inside is. Okay, so that showcases that. Got to hopefully have some. Now this one, I actually never made a card with this. I can't believe it because I really like this stamp set, but you can get this one free with a $50 order too. This is Stylish Sketches. So don't want to miss out on that. And all of these celebration things are going to be gone after tomorrow, or if they sell out before that. So if you like any of these, you want to make sure you get those orders in. Okay, this was a new celebration item, the Aspen Dies. I made this. Yeah, this is one I just showed. This is from last week. I really like this one a lot. Oh, Becky, is that one of your favorites? Yeah. Okay, so I'm glad you're liking all the things I'm showing you. Okay, the hippo set, yeah, is so cute. I love that one. Okay, so we've got this one. That was the Aspen Dies, and also these leaves that are on here were from the dies. I love how these emboss. There's also a big leaf for that. So that's that one. And oh, and here's another one. I forgot about this one that I did. That actually shows, let's see if you can see the lines in that one to the veins. But that is also the Aspen Dies. And I used the wood grain. I'm going to be using that on a card today. I don't know if you can see it. Sometimes it's hard to show the embossing in a video. But this has got the wood grain folder, and you can get that free with a $50 order too. Let's see. Oh, yeah. This paper I have loved. I'm going to miss it so much. This is the Rings of Love Designer Series paper that you can get free with the $50 order. Now, I'm not going to show all of the designs in this, but I have links down in the video description where you can go and see both of the paper packs that you can get free with a $50 order. You get the Rings of Love for $50 order for free, and the I think it's called Gold and Silver Designer Series paper. That one you can get free with a $50 order. But I show all of that in another video, so just click on that link in the video description. You can see them all. Now, this is a 12 by 12 pack. The silver and gold one is a 6 by 6 pack. When you go to look at them, I'm just showing them in 6 by 6 sizes because it was a little easier to show. And plus, it was back when I did a paper share, and I'm not doing, that's over with right now, but that way you can still see the designs. But it goes with the, what's this? Rings of Nature? Is that the name of this bundle? I think that's the name of this bundle. That's in the July to December mini catalog. So I wanted to show you that. It's even got a design that will have the log right here, or the cutout from a tree trunk, and you can die cut those out with the dies. So those are those. And, oh, this one I'm going to feature today. This was made in Another Live. This is the Wonderful World bundle. It comes with this beautiful stamp set, which I'll show you here in just a minute, plus this Designer Series paper. It's a 12 by 12 pack. And I also show this in that same video, but I've got a link to it down in the video description. It'll take you right to where I start showing this. So all of those links take you right to that part of the video that show you the paper, so you don't have to sit and fast forward and try to find it yourself. Oh, yeah, the daffodil dies. I've had these for a while. Now, this paper's no longer available, but I wanted to show you the neat daffodils you can make with those. Now, you can get this is in the annual catalog, so it'll still be available after celebration. Same with that. I think I call it wood grain. I meant to say timber 3D embossing folder. Let me find that again. Yeah, this one. This timber is still going to be available because it's in the annual catalog, but you can get it free with a $50 order. The aspen dice will still be available during the July to December mini catalog because that's where it's at, but you can only get it free by the end of the day tomorrow with a $100 order. And same with the daffodil dies, they're in the annual catalog, and you can get them free with a $100 order because it's a big die set. And then I have this one I made a long time ago. The designer series paper and the embossing folder is gone right now. But this kind of shows you one of the dies in the oh, what's it called here? Got it written down. The Flowers of Home dies. This you get free with a $100 order too, and it's in the annual catalog, so it'll still be available afterwards, but you can only get it 50 with a $100 order. Oh, Judy, I agree with you. I wish you could get the paper separate from the stamp set. I love the stamp set, but the paper is so pretty. Okay, so this was everything. I couldn't show you everything, but you can get the timber, like I showed you, for $50. The gingham, I'm going to be showing you using that in a card today. Then the seashells 3D embossing folder. I actually didn't have a card with that. I can't believe it, but I have that. Sad to say, the brush metallic cardstock has sold out in case you have this. Then the dots and spots die. I actually took advantage of this and got this free for $100 with a $100 order. And I didn't even have the craft gift boxes, so I have those now too. And the aspen dies, that's how I got it free. So I took advantage of this too. Love being a demo. And we've got all of this here, but customers get those too. So that's everything there. And then you've got your celebration brochure. And I do believe I showed you everything. The hippos dies. There's that Rings of Love DSP. And oh, the pool party, in case you haven't heard, pool party and soft sea foam cards and envelopes are gone. Those have been gone for a long time. Those sold out quick. And I think we've got everything else. Oh, yeah, and the tree lot dies are no longer available either. That, I'm sure, was because of that wonderful camper. I love that camper. And that is it. And I'm going to be showing you about the perfect pomegranate set, too. Okay, now there's one more thing. I've talked about this. If you're on my email list, then you already know about this. But if you sign up during celebration, you get this wonderful thing. I can't remember what it's called now, top of my head. Here, let me look in my, oh, I think I threw it over here. I didn't want to give you the official name. I don't think it's called Making Plans. It's called, oh, it is Making Plans Collection. I didn't think it was named after the stamp set for some reason. But you get all of this free when you sign up to be on my team. And you'll automatically get a 20% discount after you get your starter kit. As a demonstrator, you get at least 20%, and you can get more than that. It depends on how much you sell. There's also, you get new product before the customers. So many different, I love being a demonstrator. I've been one for almost, I would say almost 19, it's been over 19 years, almost 20 years. So I wanted to show you this real quick because it is really hard to see it in the catalog. I had to pay $45 to get this, and you can get it free when you get that starter kit, and the starter kit is only $99. So you'll get this free. You will get, like I said, $125 worth of product of your choice. You get to pick out what you want, and you also get free shipping. You get a free paper pumpkin kit, and I feel like and a business supply kit that includes 8 packs of the current catalogs for you. So, and other things, order forms and things like that. So it's a real good deal for only $99. And I love that this is free shipping too. But here's a really neat stamp set. I haven't had a chance to use this yet. I have been so busy. I've started to use my planner. Let me show you the planner first. I love this planner. This is a nice, soft, feels like leather. I know it's not real leather, but it's made very sturdy. It's got a little magnet enclosure. Then you open it up. You have all of these really pretty stickers that you can put inside. I love where you could put your put cards in here, whatever you need to put in here. Isn't that pretty? Nice, shiny. Starts off as a nice place to put a pen. I've only done, and it goes up to, I think, through 2023. So it's the rest of this year plus 2023. And I've only got the first 6 months in here so far. Well, for the rest of this year. I started in June. I got my important days. I've started to write some things down. You get this page here with the dates. Then you've got your weekly priorities, and then you just write the dates in and write what you need to do. I am way behind. I'm going to get this caught up because I really like it. Month in review, so I can put down really neat stuff that happened over the month, which I've got some neat things to put there. So just all of these, that's how I've got each month set. It can be different. Then we've got this really neat thing that comes out. It's like a bookmark. I love that they've used these flowers. These are they started using these back at the 30th anniversary for Sale-A-Bration. So I love how everything is numbered. It's just a really, really nice kit. And another big pocket to put some stuff in. And then there's the back side. So I'd be happy with just that much to get free. But you're also going to get, I could not put all of this. These are some other inserts. So that's why I only did the first 6 months. I've still got all of these papers that I can put in and play around with. And I really, really like it. Oh, I love those papers. I need to get some of those in there. I missed some of these. So it's just a really, really neat kit. And not only do you get all of this, you also get these notebooks. So we've got all of these right here. These are lined. I can't remember if they're all lined. Nope, these have dots. So you can like do a sketch with that for a card sketch. And then just some blanks that you can draw things in. So you can get all of that when you sign up for my team by tomorrow. So Sale-A-Bration ends at 11:50 p.m. Mountain Time. So like if you're in the Eastern Time with me, that's actually not until 1:50 a.m. the next day. So if you want to join, and if you have any questions, just let me know. And I'll try to keep looking at the comments. That's everything you can get free during Sale-A-Bration. Let's see, I haven't shown you the perfect pomegranate, but that's going to be the card I'm getting ready to make right now. So if you have any questions about signing up as a demonstrator, let me know. And I forgot to put this link. I'll put a link down below. I do have them down there. There's one that you can click on to find out the benefits of joining my team. You will get all of my online classes that I do. You'll get all the not the supplies, but you will get the videos for free. My VIP videos I do, you get all those for free, along with any PDFs that go along with those videos. You'll also get, I'm going to be starting a card club, so be on the lookout for that. I'll be telling you about that here real soon, probably a couple weeks. And that's going to be even cheaper than my online classes, but you'll be in a card club where you get a little kit every month to make a couple cards and you'll get a video. So if you're on my team, you'll get all those videos free. And I've got a lot of other different perks too for joining my team. So just let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to look on here. If I miss your comment, I'll come back and do it at when the video's over. Facebook, I can do it right underneath your comment. On Facebook, on YouTube, I'm going to have to put it in the regular comments. Make sure you check the regular comments, and I'll try to pin them to the top because when the video's over, live chat's over, so I won't be able to answer them after that. Okay, let's get going with some cards here. Let me find, oh, no, don't fall down there. Almost dropped it. This is that perfect pomegranate that I was telling you about. This one you get free with a $300 order. Or host a workshop, but there's no time to do that since it ends tomorrow night. But if you want to get some friends together, say, oh, I can't do a $300 order, you can get some friends together and put an order together and get this for free with a $300 order. So it's a really neat stamp set. So, but we'll be using this stamp here for the pomegranate on the inside. But I'm actually just using this beautiful flower. I love this flower. And these two stamps here. I decided to do something different than just the regular pomegranate card. And then these are my go-to greetings. It's actually what it's called. I love all the different sizes. I'm going to be using the big thank you for this one. So that's what I'm going to be using on this card. And that Timber 3D embossing folder I was telling you about. This is one you can get free with a $50 order also. I'm getting some more people on here. Hi, Valerie. Good afternoon. And then Lynette. Do you think the dies? I don't think the dies will be offered again. They usually, every once in a while, they might bring something back, but normally they don't. And they've told us that the tree lot dies are completely gone. They say not available at all anymore. So I'm taking that as meaning they won't be coming back. So if there's anything else on that Sale-A-Bration thing, I know the stamp sets won't come back. Every once in a while, they've brought up like a punch back maybe, but we haven't been told anything. So I would take it for granted none of it's going to come back. Oh, hi, Barbie. Oh, yes, it is better late than never. I'm glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to grab a piece of crumb cake cardstock. This is just the regular yeah, I'm looking at the wrong one, sorry. 8.5 by 5.5. You will find me doing that throughout the video. I get looking at my wrong list. I've got these lists because I do not memorize. My mind is not that sharp to be able to remember all the sizes. But I'm going to grab my bone folder here and just fold this in half. And I'm barely using my die cutting machine today, but I will be getting it out for this card just to emboss. So I'll put this over to the side. Oh, I'm going to do some stamping. Oh, let's see if I can reach it. I'm going to grab my grid paper here. It is a photopolymer stamp set. So those of you like photopolymer, you'll love this set. Oh, I've got some sticky stuff on here. I'm going to turn that over. Okay, we are going to grab a piece of, say we. When I do my recorded videos, I do it as a thing where you can come and stamp with me, which you can do this with the live too. Once it's over, you can come back and stamp with me. But I keep saying we because I feel like I'm acting like everybody is stamping with me. So I'll try to remember not to say we, but if I slip up and say it, that's why I do that. Okay, so I'm going to grab my cherry cobbler and this big, I think these are pomegranate seeds. But I decided I needed a little bit of a background to this. I'm using cherry cobbler cardstock with cherry cobbler ink. And this is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece. And don't worry if you don't remember all the sizes. I'm going to be putting all of these sizes in a blog post. I have not had a chance to write it. I'm going to write it as soon as I get done announcing the door prize. And I'll put that link in the video description as soon as it's done, hoping I can get it done today. If not, it'll definitely be done by tomorrow morning, sometime tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to put this little thing across here. I only need to do the top half. I'm okay if I overlap. I think I'm going to do this one again because I forgot to stamp. There we go. Ink it up, I mean. And I think that's probably enough. So I'm just going to do that. So it's a little hard to tell. There we go. Maybe you can see that a little better. Because this is all going to be covered up, so I don't need to go anymore. Let's go ahead and keep this. Well, we'll close this for just a minute. I'm always afraid of things drying out on me. I'm going to grab a piece of Gingham Cottage paper. I was looking at ribbon. This is Designer Series paper. This is from the July to December mini. And if you want to see all the gingham on this, I've also got a link to that below in the video description. I'll take you right to that same video where I show these. And I think I'm only showing them 6 by 6s again, but it actually comes in a 12 by 12 pack. It's a really big pack. So this is the garden green, and I'm not sure what that background is, but I know the dark color is garden green. But you've got two different sides, if you want a small one or the big one. And I was originally going to do this small one, but I liked it better with the big one on this card. So I will grab my seal, put some on here. Let's see if I can get this going. I cleaned this out. Last video I did, it kept acting up on me. Then I realized I had a ton of glue accumulating on this, and that tends to mess it up. There we go. And that time I didn't cut it right when I was showing it to you. And I think I'm going to have, there we go. Sometimes it doesn't like to work on the pierce mat too, but that time it got going. Now we're going to put this right down here on the bottom, like so. I think I just said we again. Habits die hard. Okay, so we're going to put this here. And I'm going to grab a piece. I love this ribbon. This is called the Natural Finish ribbon. It's in the annual catalog. You can actually stamp on this ribbon. It's really cool. I'll have to do that for a card for you on another live. Well, hi, Peggy. Glad you're here. So, but it was unavailable for a little while because it was so popular, but it's back. And it is, oh, it's just so soft. I really like it a lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this pierce mat out of the way because I do think the seal works better without it. I'm going to put a couple little strips here on the end. And they are the same on each side. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Now I'll put this right here. I'm covering up the green just a little bit, like so. And now that we've got the ribbon on there, we'll go ahead and put this on the card base. Oh yeah, this is working much better now that I've got all that glue off of there. So if you ever have a seal that quits rolling up on you and you've done the little cut thing, it shouldn't be messing up that much. While I'm talking, I didn't do it right. Take a look at it, and if there's a lot of glue accumulating, especially around here, either rub it off or take some undo. That's what I did. I had some undo and got all that off of there, and it is wheeling so much better. It just gets all clogged up there sometimes. Then put this right here in the center. Now we need to do a little stamping, so I'll put this over to the side. I'll bring this back in. Now this is a piece of crumb cake. This one was a 3.5 by 4 3/4 inch piece, but I used my deckled, in case you haven't seen these before, the deckled rectangle dies, one of my favorites, and I used the 3rd largest. So it was this one that I die cut with. Get that over to the side so you can see it better. I love how it has like a torn effect to it. It is really neat. It makes it so your rectangles just aren't that plain rectangle look. Okay, let's grab the big leaf here. I'm going to stand up so I can see what I'm doing. When I work at my desk, I sit down, but when I'm doing videos, I need to stand up so I can get right over it because I'm at a major angle when I'm sitting down. So I'm going to put this over here to this side. It's okay if the leaves come off just a little bit. I was really wanting to get that stem close to that as possible. I could take, if you're really worried about not, because if you'd want it to go all the way to the top, you could take a garden green marker and just kind of fill that in if you want to, but I'm not going to worry about it. And we're actually done with the garden green ink pad. Now, I love this flower. And I did look up pictures of pomegranates, and that is what the flower looks like, but you could have it pass for any flower. So what I'm going to do, and it is a distinctive stamp. Oh boy, I just messed up. Hold on a minute. Get this cleaned off because I didn't want to have that stem. So let me get this cleaned off. Looks like I need to rinse this out a little bit. Got a lot of ink collected in that thing. Okay, so this is what I did. I'm going to get this to where we can both see it. I don't want that stem right there. So I'm just going to ink up, have the stem hang over the side, and just ink up the flower part. That's it, okay? And then there's a little stem here. So I'm going to put it right here. Hold it down for a few seconds. And then we've got that pretty flower. Isn't that neat, all the different detail in that? The light coloring and the darker coloring. So we're going to do that one more time. Or I'm going to do that one more time. Get that inked up. And then I will put this right here on that stem again. I'm going to angle it a little bit. I'm okay with the flowers overlapping a little bit, but I don't want them to overlap a ton. There we go. Isn't that pretty? And the leaves, too, are the same way. They've got some lighter shading and darker shading to them. And let's see. We are done with this for right now. I'm going to grab my thank you stamp and my soft suede ink pad. I could have used crumb cake, but I thought that's a little too light. So I'm going to use my big thank you from that Go-To Greeting stamp set. That's an annual catalog. And there we've got our pretty thank you. Oop, I got a little bit of mess there, but it's going to be okay because I'm going to be embossing this with that timber embossing folder. So it'll kind of look distressed like the rest of it. And let's see. Oh, let's do the inside of the card. Now this time I decided not to put another layer in this because you can definitely write on this, but I still wanted to stamp on it. So this is where I'm going to put those pomegranates. So we'll use the cherry cobbler again. Mary Merlot would look good with this color too, with the pomegranates too. And then of course purple, but they're more of a reddish purple color. So there we've got this with also that shading, got the lighter and the darker. And then we've got this stamp that will put the seeds inside. And with this one, you can see there's a little more of an indentation in this left one, so make sure that's the one that's on the left. Then they line up, and I just used the cherry cobbler. Since they made that center so light, I was able to put those seeds in. So that's how I decorated the inside of my card. So we are all done with the stamping on this one. I'm going to get my soft suede. I'm going to try to get things stacked up a little bit so we don't have to wait too long for me to get ready for the second card. Okay, now we need to do, yes, we need to do some embossing. So this is the only time we're going to see this one today. And I've got it set up for the 3D embossing folder. All you need is the base platform. Here's my piece of paper, and here's that timber embossing folder. Now I want the grains to go up and down. So I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to line it up with the line in that embossing folder, okay? We will close this. Now my fold is on this side, so I'm going to turn it around because we want the fold to go in first. Then you just put the specialty plate on top, and the specialty plate does come with the machine, along with the standard cutting plates and the die plate that you need to do die cutting. And this just gave it, I thought that it just looked kind of plain, and I really like how that wood grain goes with those. Isn't that neat? I really like that a lot. So that's when I did it, I thought, oh, it needs more than just the stamping. So I decided to emboss it. So whenever you emboss your stamping, make sure you stamp first and then do your embossing. Because after you emboss, it's not going to look right if you go to stamp it. Oh, sorry for that noise. I was trying to get some stuff out of the way. Okay. Now we will bring everything back. If I can get a hold of my card. I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. And if you wanted to, I played around with it. I actually liked it better without rubbing some crumb cake ink to it. But if you want to distress it even more, you definitely can. But I really liked this better. I tried both ways. And because this is dark cardstock, oh, hi, Jan. Doesn't it? I was really happy with that. Every once in a while, I think of stamping on crumb cake. I forget to do that a lot. But I thought those colors turned out really good on that crumb cake. Okay, so put this here. Oh, and Valerie said, nice, great trick and tip. I think I must have had a good tip. I bet it was for the adhesive. So yeah, I'm glad my tips help. Every once in a while, I think of them as I'm stamping. I'm getting better at this video thing. Sometimes I still have trouble remembering words, but I'm doing better on remembering to give you some tips. Okay, so grab my take your pick tool. Oh yeah, and isn't that flower pretty? I really like it. Oh, thanks. Is it Ina or Ina? So sometimes I bet it's Ina. I have trouble seeing too. My screen's just a little farther away. You know what I need to do is see if I can get the words to letters to be a little bit bigger because they are very small. I can actually see better far away than close up, so I could read my Facebook one with no problem. But the YouTube is just a little bit smaller on the developer side. It probably looks fine to you guys, but I'm having to look on a little bitty screen at the side, so that's why it's hard to see. Okay, so now I've got that on, and I thought, oh, it still needed something else, and I use these a lot. If you don't have these, you need to get them. These are the Rustic Metallic Adhesive Back Dots. They're in the annual catalog. You can tell I'm using a lot of them. I've got big ones and small ones. You get 5 rows of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think they're 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 45 of each size, if I'm remembering my math correctly. Used to be good at math, and now that I don't use it as well, I use some of math a lot, like measuring and things like that. But I used to be really good at math. You start to lose it when you don't use it a lot. Okay, then you're going to grab, get some more putty. I love my take your pick tool. I use it all the time. Having trouble getting a hold of this one because the putty's not wanting to come out. There we go. And I'm just putting one in each corner. Sometimes I'll put them randomly on it, but I thought it kind of looked neat and kind of gave it a finished look. So we are done with the pomegranate cards. So my cards go really fast. I knew I was going to be showing you a lot more at the beginning, so my videos are going to go really fast. But I thought I liked how this one turned out. I struggled with this one, I have to admit. At first I was using white cardstock, then different colors, and I'm happy with what I finally came up with. I really struggled with that one. I don't know why. Now the next one I didn't struggle with. And we aren't going to use any die cutting, so I'm going to get that out of the way. And here is that Wonderful World stamp set. And I'm going to be using this one. I love this. I actually used this in my first card that I showed you in the beginning of the video. And if you missed the beginning of the video, I showed all the celebration cards I've made throughout the celebration and a few old ones that brought in some of the annual catalog stuff that's you can get for free. But I'm using this one here, and I'm going to use this on the inside. And on the other card that I showed you, I use this one on the inside. So if you want to see what that one looks like, you can see that in that video. When you go to look at the Wonderful World designer series paper, click on that link below in the video description. After you see the paper, then I start making that card. So if you want to see how I made that first card I showed you, you can watch it there. Okay, and I'm not using that. Let's get that out of the way. And I'm also using Very Best Occasions. This is in the July to December mini catalog. You can get just the stamp set. There's this wonderful punch. I'll be using that too. Get it in the light so you can see it better. It's a trio. And if you get these together as a bundle, this is called the Very Best Trio Bundle. Punch, I mean. But the Very Best Occasions bundle, too many names to remember. You save 10% if you get them together. And this is in the July to December mini catalog, so you've got till about the beginning part, like January 2nd or 3rd, something like that's when that catalog ends. So you still got a while to get it. But it's a really neat one. I'll be using this corner here and this little one here and to how to make a tag. So we've lost some of our tag toppers we used to have, but this one can make some really neat tags too. So I will show you how to use that here in just a minute. And the stamps I'm using Thinking of You and With Comfort and Love. And I love, there are also Christmas greetings on here. It's just a really, really good set. Love you, miss you. So you can use this. It doesn't just have to be the holidays. So these are the two I'm using. And this one too, I forgot. This with the designer series paper that comes with it, the 12 by 12 pack, is free with a $100 order by the end of tomorrow. Okay, now this one, I'm using a little different size of cardstock for my half a cardstock for my card base. This is a 4 1/4 by 11. So I cut it down the lengthwise halfway mark. Now, whenever I do this, it is much better to score it. Now, you can always score no matter what if you want to. Oh, I guess Donna's on here. Hi, Donna. I'm seeing Diana say hi to you. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I have found when it's this way here, the way the grains are, when you go to fold it, it's a lot tighter. It folds a little easier going this way, but this way it's really tight and it's not that easy to fold, and a lot of times the fold looks awful. So the halfway point of 11 inches is 5 1/2. So I'm going to have my scoring tool here, and there we go. So now this will be a lot easier for me to fold. Oh yeah, a lot easier. So I always score it when I use a long half of the cardstock. Okay, where's my bone folder? There it is, the bone folder. I'm also using another folder. This is that Gingham Embossing Folder. This is also in the annual catalog, but it's also part of Sale-A-Bration, and you can get it free by the end of tomorrow with a $50 order. And that I've already embossed that. Let me show you that piece right here. Isn't that neat? I really like the embossing here. And then we've got this side here. So they're real close to being the same. It's just kind of reversed. So either side, really, this is one embossing folder. It honestly doesn't matter which way you do it because it looks pretty much the same on both sides. So let me look at my original here. I'm going to grab a piece of that wonderful, wonderful world designer series paper. That's this is the other side too, but this is the side I'm using. I'm going to put that here along the left side. So let me grab my seal here, put on both ends. And I'm going to put this on the far left side, lining up those edges of the DSP with the edges of the cardstock. And whenever I say DSP, that's designer series paper, just a lot easier to say. And I'm not putting any ribbon on this, so we can go ahead and put this on the card. So get some adhesive on my corners, on the long side, and just put it right here in the center. Now, if I happen to put the DSP on wrong and these flowers are upside down, it definitely looks fine if it's on the right side too. Excuse me, got a little tickle in my throat. Okay, so now we can put this to the side. I'm going to grab a piece of basic white. This is a 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Now this is the one that I'm going to be making that tag with. So this one can be a little tricky. You need to look at it here. You see how the empty space here, oops, let me get the light better. There we go. The empty space here is curved. That means that's going to leave a curved edge right here. And this one's going to leave a little bit of a sharper edge. Now, I like this one for my top. Okay, so I want my top of my tag to be like this. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this right in here. So I'm starting on my left side. And there are little guides right here. There's one here and there's one right here. You just put that corner in there as far as it can go. Make sure it's up against it here and up here. Then you punch it. Now see how this has a little sharper on the rounded edges here? That's the way it looks right here. Okay, there we go. You just look at the outline, not the actual silver part. Then to get this to look exactly the same on this side, you turn the paper over like this. Okay, so now this is over on the right. So this is how you get them to match up. And then we'll put this right inside here. It's all the way over. And there we go. We've got our nice little tag. Now I'm going to put this here. Now these guides here are the same as these that do, well, no, I take that back. These two guides here, though, are straight, okay? So I'm going, let me stand up so I can see exactly what I'm doing. So this is going to go in as flat as I've gotten it, trying to push it in as far as it'll go, but then I'm looking on each side, getting these points here to look like they're centered, okay? But still making sure I'm pushing, I'm going to hold it down here, so I'm pushing it all the way up so I know it's straight. Move it over just a little bit. Okay, now it's centered pretty good. I'm at a really weird angle. Push it down. And when you push, make sure you do it from the middle. Don't do it from here or the corners. You just put your hand right there in the middle, and that punches so much better. So put that to the side. So now I've got my really nice tag. And I'm going to turn it over because this side looks a little roughed up. So I'm going to use this side here. And now we're going to do some stamping. So let me grab this again. Now the thing I love about this flower, this is a cling stamp set, so it is rubber, but I still like to use my Stampin' Pierce mat. I think it stamps better. Now I wanted to, you can make this all one color and be a really pretty silhouette. Oh, good, Barbie. I'm glad you're liking it. Thanks, Ann and Judy. Oh, Margaret, thanks too. I'm really glad you guys are liking this stuff. I keep forgetting to look at all my comments. I'm getting a lot of pretties. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, now to ink this up, like I said, you can make it as a silhouette, and it looks beautiful all in one color, but I want to show you a way to make it in different colors. This is kind of how I did my first card that I showed you at the beginning of the video. Now this time I want to start with a light color, and I'm going to use Petal Pink. This actually is not one of the colors listed in the designer series paper, but it coordinates really good with that Flirty Flamingo color that is on the list. So I'm going to take, let me stand up here again. Every time I stand up, I have to get my microphone so you can still hear me. Ink this up, and then I'm going to take the flower. I'm pouncing on it. Now you probably won't be able to tell in the video, but I am seeing it start to get shiny. Because Petal Pink, you definitely can't see the color very well. But when it's nice and shiny, then I know I've got it covered really well. So I'm just covering up the whole, both flowers, the whole thing. Keep going here. Sometimes I'll go over it twice to make sure I didn't miss anything. Then I wanted to have a little darker tone on the outsides. I didn't want them to just be Petal Pink. They would have looked pretty just Petal Pink. But now I'm going to take my Flirty Flamingo. Oops, sorry, hit the microphone. This is a little darker pink. So I'll pick up some ink here. And I'm going to angle it like this, because I don't want to get too much. I just want the edges. Not just the edges, but I still want to make sure I have a lot of Petal Pink on the inside. So I'm going to go over that twice. And I'm not going to worry about doing it on the bottom. I'm just doing it across the top of that flower. This one, I'm still going to go a little sideways because I'm trying to keep those stems from getting ink on them. I want the edges of this to be that Flirty Flamingo color. Okay, that's probably good. Now I'm going to grab another one for my Petal Pink. I'm sorry, Pear Pizzazz. There we go. I knew it was another P. And I'm looking this over. It looks pretty good. Sometimes I got maybe a little bit. I'm just going to show you this trick. I really don't need to do it. But if you see a little bit of pink where you don't want it, just lift it off with your blender pen and then clean this off. Last night when I did this, I had to clean it off quite a bit. You just take it off, and that will take the ink off, and then you just take it on your paper and get all the ink off your blender pen. So that's a little trick there if you do get some color where you don't want it. Then I've got my Pear Pizzazz. Now this one, on this little one up here in between, I'm really going to the side like this. So I'm actually hitting it down here. It makes it a little thinner. It makes it so I have a little more control on that green color. Now I am okay because I like the look of this. There we go. I had to get away from my microphone to see what I was doing. I'm okay if some of the colors get in the wrong places. It's just a really neat look. And when it does, it's usually just a real faint color. So now I've got all my stems green. Now that you can see a little better. And if you want to, you can huff on it. Usually when you use, I might huff on it now, but with markers, you definitely have to because those dry a lot faster. But the ink and the ink pads don't stay wet longer. But what I do to huff on it, I kind of put my hand around it and then huff on it to get it moist. That's like if you have glasses, if you want you moisten up your glasses to clean them, that's what you do with that. It just gets it all moistened up, and so the ink is not dried out. Now I'm going to put it at an angle here because I'm going to put my greeting over here on the left and kind of move it up a little closer to the top than the bottom. Hold that down for a few seconds so it soaks into the cardstock. And there we go. So we've got the two-tone effect. Isn't that neat? I really, really, really like the flower in this set. So if you don't have this one yet and you can get a $100 order in, you'll want to get this. Plus that paper is to die for. I really love the paper. Okay, so now we're going to move this over to the side, and we're going to do that again on another flower on the inside of the card, so I can show you again how to do it. I'm going to grab my Rich Razzleberry and my Thinking of You from that Very Best Occasion stamp set. And I'm going to stamp this kind of up a little bit, about where this leaf is here. Oops, I did it cockeyed. I will make another one for the card for your prize. You'll get the nice one. Don't worry. That's the one thing when you do lives, little mistakes happen for sure. So I'm going to grab another piece of that Wonderful World BSP. This is a 2 3/4 by 1/2 inch piece. And I want to put that right across the bottom here. So that's why I put the flower up just a little bit. So I will grab there it is, my seal. See, it's another pretty side. That was on my first card too. I know I'm mentioning my first card a lot, but then we're going to put this right across the bottom. If you want a little white border on the bottom, you can go up a little bit. I liked it all the way down at the bottom of the tag. So now I've got my tag. Pretend that that's not there. Get that to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and stamp the inside of the card, get all the stamping done. So this is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of basic white again. This time I'm going to use that really pretty iris. And irises can be so many different colors, but I'm going to use the color we all think of. Now this one, I am just going to use one color on the flower. I'm not going to do two different shadings like I did. There's a little bit of a leaf here and a little bit of leaf there, so I'm trying not to get that purple, but I can get my blender pen back out if I need to. This little spot is part of the iris. And now here I'm going to angle it a little bit again, since I've got a little small area. Hey, I did pretty good. Yeah, I definitely had to take the blender pen to this yesterday. And then I get my Pear Pizzazz. Get this leaf green, this little tip green. And then we'll get the rest of it here. And be real careful on this one because it gets real close to the flower too. So I'm right on the edge of my dauber. And this is another one. All of the stamps in this set definitely look pretty all just in one color. It's a neat silhouette. But I wanted to do my colors. Put this in the corner. And now we've got that pretty iris. I have to admit, I think our distinctive stamps are my favorites. I love only stamping one time and you get all that neat shading. Oh, yeah, it does look like I wrote it, doesn't it? I wish I could write that good. Judy was saying how this looks like handwriting. My handwriting's awful, so I'm glad I have a stamp to make it look good. But it does look like handwriting. That's another reason I love that set. Okay, it's got different fonts to it, too. So let's go ahead and put this to the... Oh, wait, take that back. I've got something more to stamp. I forgot that oh, what's it called again? The Very Best Occasion stamp set has stamps that can go on the inside too. So I thought Thinking of You with Comfort and Love would be a good thing to put on the inside. And since I've already used the Razzleberry and the Pear Pizzazz, I'm going to use my Flirty Flamingo. And let's see if I can stamp this one better. Oh, much better. I knew I could do it. So there we've got that. That's another one. Looks like I hand wrote it. Okay, so now we're done with the inside. Get that out of the way since I'm done stamping. You guys are lucky you're not seeing how messy everything is around me. It's starting to look a little messy here, but not bad. Then we will put this. Oh, hi, Teresa. Glad you're here. Got to get my last celebration cards out here. After this is over, I'll probably be putting those away for my personal use. Okay, so we've got this here. And I got to look at my original. Oh, yeah, I'm going to grab a piece. Oh, did I forget to cut that? Oh, my goodness. Hold on just a second. Since I give this away, I want to make it look good. Just a second. I really think I had this cut, and I bet it fell down. Oh, it sure did. Went through all that, made you sit there, and I had one cut. I thought I did that yesterday. This is the Petal Pink Soft Polyester Ribbon. It's a 6-inch piece. And a lot of times when I do a tag, I will put, oh good, I'm glad you like the inside, Jan. I'll fold it in half and thread it through and loop it. But I didn't like the look of that. I thought this looked better. So I'm just going to take a corner and start putting it through the hole. And I'm just going to tie a single knot. It just depends on what look you like best. But with this ribbon too, I just thought it looked a lot better. You can do a double knot, but the single knot I think looks a lot better. And I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Now this time I'm going to use my white dimensionals. Oh, if I can find them. Those are my minis. There we go. Since this is white cardstock, it's better to use the white dimensionals. So I'll put one in each corner. And since this is so big, I'm going to put one in the middle too. We don't want that collapsing in the middle. We'll scoop these up, the backings. Here, I said we again. My goodness, I'm so used to my recorded videos. All right. And this looks good straight, if you like it straight, but I kind of like to angle it again, so I end up angling both of my cards. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit because of that ribbon. Okay. First time I put it up, I had it in the middle, and I had to cut way too much. It didn't look right. So bring it down just a little bit. That ribbon will fill up the top just fine. And then I'm going to cut these at an angle. They are still going to be kind of short, but that's actually the look I'm going for. Okay. And once again, we've got to put some bling on there. So I've got my iridescent pearls. Oh, this time I kept getting that putty, and this time I got too much putty out. My goodness. And I am just using the small ones this time. They come in the, yeah, I think it's just 2 sizes. Sometimes the medium and the small look really close together. I think it is 3 sizes. It's a little hard to tell. But I'm going to take these smaller ones here, and I usually use an odd number whenever I use the pearls. Oh, good, Donna. I'm glad you liked that. Had to read her. Oh, good. I'm glad everybody's liking it. Barbie, thanks. So I've got a pearl here. Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying I usually use odd numbers. A lot of times I just use 3. But when I got done with these 3, I looked down and I thought, oh, it needs a little more. So I'm going to put 2 more. And I'm going to put one here on the card base. I didn't want to have them all on the tag. And then I'll put one, trying to think. Yeah, I think I like that. Put it on the DSP. So there is my wonderful world. There we go. So let me grab the first card I made. So these are the 2 cards. I hope you enjoyed them. And everybody that is commented today will get put in the drawing to get these cards, but this won't be announced till my live next week. The one that you get now for commenting live, let's see if I can find them. There we go. They're under all my cards over there. So everybody that is commenting during the live video will get in the drawing for this, and I will put your names on that wheel as soon as the video's over. Oh, hi, Carla. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the cards. Thanks, Valerie. So I'm gonna you'll get put in the drawing, and I will announce this in another post on Facebook and a post in my communities tab on YouTube, the winner for this in about half an hour or so. But we're not quite done yet. So we've got those cards there. I wanted to go over a couple little things real quick because everything it's so many things are ending tomorrow. I don't want you to miss out on my extra thank you gift. I always do thank you gifts every month. Oh, thanks, Patricia. I'm glad. Oh, like the first card. Thanks. This one was my favorite at first, but then I'm this one has really grown on me. I like it. Okay, so with my thank you gifts, the picture you see on the left is what I started off August with. Whenever you use my host code, when you place an order with me on orders under $150, you will get you can get a thank you gift. And if you place more than one order in that given month, then I take the total before shipping and tax of all your orders, and that determines what thank you gifts you get. So you could get all of them. If you placed a $185 order throughout August, then you could have gotten all of the my gifts. But I did add another one. So if you place a $50 order by the end of the day tomorrow, by 11:50 p.m. Mountain Time, because you want to get it before celebration's over, you will get 4 gifts with a $50 order. You'll get my VIP video, and that's for any size order, but you'll get that. You will also get the supplies for the first card in the video to make the card for yourself. And you'll get a celebration item that you can pick out, a $50 level one from Stampin' Up. And you will get a full pack of the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Love the small ones. I use those a lot. So I wanted to add those. That's a staple, and you can use those and get those free with a $50 order. But then it does go up. Oh, up. Boy, it goes up from there. There we go. So make sure you don't forget to use my host code if your order is under 150. If it's 150 or more before shipping and tax, don't use the host code. You'll still get my thank you gifts, but you'll also get the Stampin' Rewards from Stampin' Up. So I didn't want you to miss out on that. Real quick about the spooky treats. If you like Halloween, make sure you get the paper pumpkin kit by subscribe by September 10th. I've got a link to that in the video description. And I also have a link to my online store in the video description too, if you want to place an order before the end of the day tomorrow. And now I'm going to give you a sneak peek at next month. Still take advantage of Celebration, because you definitely don't want to miss that. Celebration's our biggest one. And thankfully we have that twice a year. I love that. Next one will be in January. But we've got the Perfect Partners promotion. All 6 stamp sets that you see here are in catalogs. The Fresh Cut Flowers, This Birthday Pig, and Trimming the Tree are in the annual catalog, and the Waterfall Canyon's in the annual catalog. But the Apple Harvest and the Yeti to Party, those 2 in the middle, are in the July to December mini catalog, but they do not have dies. But in September, they will. So only through September, and while supplies last. So if they sell out before September 30th, they'll be gone forever, but the dies will not be coming back. They're only during this promotion. So if you like these stamps, if you already own the stamp sets, you can just buy the dies. Or if you haven't gotten any of them and you want to get both, you can get a bundle and save the 10% like normal. And then we just found out about this. Well, let me go to this first. Card Making Day is October 1st. It's World Card Making Day. Stampin' Up! Is doing a free online event. I love that this is free. Demonstrators, customers, anybody can watch this live. And this is something I missed until I was looking at it today. They've given us the pictures of the stamp sets that they're going to use, and that bundle and the bundles. So the Cottage Rose bundle is from the annual catalog, and the Cottage Wreaths is in July to December. But this, what's it called? I can't see it very well. Warm Welcome bundle is brand new. This is new to me. I totally missed this. This is going to be a new one. It's available September 1st. So if you don't have to have these bundles to participate, you can just come and watch. You can use, they're going to give us a PDF before the event with all the sizes of the cardstock. You could cut all the cardstock out and use a different stamp set, substitute, so everybody can make cards. This is kind of like the creativity now that just demonstrators got to do, but we had to pay for it. It wasn't that much though. Back in June, this one is totally free for everybody. So I'll be telling you more about that soon. And this was just announced today. And this is also going to tell you about my live next week. But we have 4 full weeks of weekly deals. So every week, starting this Thursday, for the month of September, we will get a new set of weekly deals. And they will only last for that week. So every Thursday in September, we'll have a new weekly deal start. And you have from Thursday to Wednesday. And they're while supplies last too. So they are limited time discounts. So I want to make sure you knew about that. So I think that's it. I know that was a lot of news to cover. Let me get my YouTube chat back up and see if there's anybody with a question. Good. I'm glad everybody's liking the cards. Oh, thanks, Margaret. I get flustered sometimes, but thanks. I'm glad you guys really like my videos. So don't forget, everybody that's commented will get a chance to get these. So everybody live, and if you're watching the recording, don't worry, you still have a door prize you can get if you comment by 11 a.m. Eastern time of next Tuesday, which is September 6th. You'll get in the drawing to get the 2 cards that I made. Oh, Patty, you're not watching the replay. This is the end of the live. So I'll be done here in a minute, and then you can start watching the replay, but this is the end of the live. So I'm glad you're here. So you're actually going to get in on the drawing for the hexagons. So you got here just in time for the end of the video. Okay, so I hope you had fun, and I'll be back again next Tuesday at 3 p.m. That's September 6th. Can't believe it's September. So I'll see you next week. Have a great week, guys. And don't forget, I have my 12 weeks of fall and Halloween that I'm doing every Friday. I did my first Halloween one last fall. If you missed that, make sure you go to my YouTube channel so you can see that. Oh, good, Lynette. I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you like my cards well enough to have that be a prize. So I will see you again. Oh, yeah, Patty, yeah, aren't you glad you got in the drawing? Oh, yeah, you have a good week too, Valerie. So see you guys next week. Bye.